While we were getting ready to hear a debate tonight, which I don't believe will be fully a debate, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But while we were getting ready to hear that and distracted by it, there was a newly leaked Army document from someone high up. Now the question is, what does that document say? It may surprise you because it deals with all this chaos that's happening in the cities. There may be some insight to it, and there could be someone to blame. You need to pay attention to that story. Now we're also going to talk about the debate, of course, like we talked about, and also one big trucking company shuts down. Is that going to cause a shortage or cause at least a supply chain issue for a little bit? If it does, we may not have something as quick as possible. If it doesn't, does that mean the price will go up just because supply and demand? Simple economics. We're going to talk about that and also the market, how we believe that it's time to get out. Now, that's just my personal opinion, but we'll dive into the numbers a little bit. Let's talk about these stories today. The video starts right now. Hey guys, welcome to The Max. Thank you so very much for being here today. If you are new to the channel, go down here, press subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up. Tell us that you like the video and tell us what you think about the video, and your comments help us grow as a community. And as you can see, I'm wearing a rain jacket, kind of puffy. I started this video outside and it caught me off guard because it started raining. We have of course, a hurricane coming into the Gulf of Mexico. Of course, it will take parts of our South Mississippi, and so we're getting rains already and cloudy, and it just goes back and forth. So you got to deal with me inside today. So let's jump into these stories. Hey, remember, before we do, subscribe to the channel because we give away something each and every month. We actually just got the Preppers Bar in. We're going to be sending to the winner of that from last month hundreds of dollars worth of silver going to her. Also, this month we're going to be doing a monster giveaway with a bunch of survival needs. Again, hundreds of dollars worth of stuff we're giving directly to you, and all it took was just being subscribed, commenting on our videos, and giving us a thumbs up. Now let's jump into the videos. Now we're going to talk about the leaked document first. So there's a document that was leaked, and OMG, which is O'Keefe Media Group, picked it up. And what it basically stated was that the situations that we're seeing in Aurora, in Denver, in New York, it was all part of the Biden-Harris release. What they decided to do, and what the military is showing, and what this Army leak is showing, is that the only cause of all of this mayhem and mischief in these areas is simply the release of the prisons in Venezuela to bring them here. They are making a third world country of America. This was from a newly leaked document. Now, let's go into the story a little deeper. It says, investigative journalist James O'Keefe published unclassified information from the U.S. Army North Division on X, revealing that the Venezuelan prison gang wreaking havoc across America and across the northern Denver suburb, which got the attention in Aurora, has become a nationwide crisis. Law-abiding Americans will soon feel the growing consequences of this. And this is what this military leak is saying. It's saying, you think this is just here. You think it's just here. You have no idea. Thousands of these guys were released in our areas. So I don't know what kind of situation or what kind of quid pro quo or what kind of agreement that the Biden-Harris administration had with Venezuela and with Haiti and in several other places. Remember, the problem with our southern border is not that Latinos are coming across. That's not what you're seeing more of now. You're seeing more Africans, more Haitians, more people from all these third world countries, Middle East, coming from our border. Now, none of those areas are actually on our border. So what we're doing is, it's like Ohio. They even brought this into attention, that what's happening in Ohio is the same situation. It's just not with Venezuela, it's with Haiti. Again, how did those people from Haiti get flown all the way to Ohio for temporary protective status? Whose goal was it to go there? It just blows my mind. So what this leak goes on and says is that if we don't pay attention to this and stop it right now, this military leak says it's going to keep on happening, because not only are you going to see it in these towns, you're going to see it in towns near you, because it says we knew they released thousands of violent Venezuelan prison gang members here in America. Does that not blow your mind? It's amazing. Again, I'm not against people being locked up for doing bad things, but But it's amazing how we have cops writing tickets, and then, after a certain amount of tickets, they may go to jail, or you may do some simple crime and you're in prison for years and years. But then we're allowing third world country prison gangs to be released, and not released in their own place, but released here, while we lock everybody else up and we just allow them to run amok across America. Now, I believe we need to build a lot more prisons, and I believe we should be a lot better on making sure that we enforce the law. They're here illegally. They should not stay. They should not go in our prison systems. They should go right back home to Venezuela. We stole the plane, if you remember, from Maduro just last week. I said, listen, every time we get enough prisoners, let's just load it up, take Maduro's plane, fly it right back to Venezuela, get Maduro's plane right back to Florida, load more, and keep on sending them back. Now, that's one thing that I would endorse with my tax dollars, is making sure people get away from America that shouldn't be here in the first place. So this document's a big deal, because what it's showing is the military knew it. And there's a lot more power. There's a lot more people in power that knew it and knew what was happening, and they allowed it to happen. They turned their blind eye to allow gang members into your backyards. So you worry about safe streets. I told you about Trump. I think Trump should hammer on better economy, safer streets, safer cities, better education, no more new wars, and get out of the wars that we're in and balance our budget. You stick to those, you're going to win the race. That's all he needs to do. And that goes right back into this next story with the debate. Now, I said earlier that I don't believe there will be a debate happening. And I don't believe there will be a debate happening. No, there will be two people on the stage named Kamala and Trump. The thing is, there will be no debate. Kamala can't talk on policy, so they're not going to be debating policy. All she's going to do is throw stones at Trump. Now, the kicker is this: can Trump stay balanced in his approach? Yes, have a snide remark every once in a while, but then come back and show solutions. People in America want solutions. We can talk problems all we want, but until we figure out what the solution is, or until we have someone who's willing to do the solution, it's all talk. That's one thing Republicans are good at. They're good at grandstanding. Democrats tend to fight their battles and win them. And so Republicans look weak. Trump has nothing to lose. Everybody has targeted him. He is literally going to serve his last term if he wins. If I was him, I'd fix our nation. And I would start by making the hard decisions, no matter who likes you or not. You're an uber billionaire with not a lot of years left to live, and you're going to be in the most powerful position in the world. Set policies, set standards, and go back to the America that we once had. That's what he needs to talk about tonight in the debate. I hope you watch it, because remember, they're going to spin it and tell you Kamala won every situation. Well, if Kamala sticks to issues, she will blow it, because her issues have not actually helped her. But if Trump sticks to issues and not on the snide remarks, and don't worry about her, I promise you, she'll burn her own bridge and he will look strong, just like he did with Biden. Now let's jump into these other stories right quick. Midwest Transit, a monster trucking company, 480 trucks, almost 500 trucks moving across our nation, actually helping with United Postal Service too, goes out of business. Now, is that, again, the economy that we need in America? What happened? Did no other company could buy them out because of the debts, or could no other company afford them? Could they not just try to restructure? Could someone not cut half in two or merge? I don't know. But what we're seeing is the fact that we have a crappy economy, and businesses are shuttering all the time. When we see people like Big Lots and Dollar Tree, like we talked about last week, and Dollar General, when their prices go up, or then they go into bankruptcy like Big Lots just did, and Dollar General closing tons of stores, it shows that the lower class and middle class income families cannot afford to live, and they're not supporting these places. That was the places that supported them. Well, when trucking issues happen, not only with mail, which will probably cost us more, but the supply and demand to other stores is a problem. Now, will 500 trucks make a difference? I don't know. But what happens is when any little, hiccup in our supply chain happens, it tends to cost more money at the stores. Doesn't matter if it was meant to happen. Doesn't matter if it actually happens. The speculation around it makes it go up. So will you see shortage in the stores? Probably not, but you will see more cost because the supply chain hit a snag. That is the key. We're living in Kamala's America already. She can spin it all she wants tonight and say she's going to do so much better in the next 3 or 4 years. People, she's been in power for 3 to 4 years. And when she says she's just a VP, There's the numbers that came out last week, staggering, that Biden was on vacation for 40% of his presidency. So who was leading for the other 40%? What you're basically saying is if Kamala wasn't leading, it shows that she was worthless in the administration. If Kamala was leading, then it was showing that she embraced all these policies. So either way, it makes her look bad. That's the stuff that they should talk about tonight anyway. But this economy problems, it's going to keep on happening. And that goes right into this next story. Again, I'm not a professional financial advisor. I'm not a broker. But I'm just being honest with you. If you don't get out of the market, you better be careful. And you're playing with fire and you may get burned. Now, here's my thoughts. For me, I have a 401k. I have a Roth IRA. I mean, we've had those because we work for a living, and that's part of it. But here's the thing. I never put all my retirement in one basket. So I told you I've been buying gold. I've been buying assets and tangible goods. I've even transferred some of my 401k into gold. But here's another thing I've done. I have literally just said I'm going to take my money out of the market and put it in money market accounts. When Berkshire Hathaway, one of the biggest billionaires ever when it comes to Warren Buffett, he's pulling back cash. He's making cash. He's becoming hedged against the market. And what that means is he sees that there is a major problem. There's a lot of banks doing the same thing. Don't let them tell you they're not. Also, when you see gold skyrocketing, $2,500 an ounce roughly, and you see governments and the Fed buying gold, again, I feel like I'm a broken record, but that means the market is not sustainable. Look at 7 or 8 big companies that's holding the market up. 1 or 2 of those companies have a little hiccup, it's over. So I'm challenging you to get out. Now, that's my personal opinion. That's what I deal with my money. You need to talk to a broker, talk to someone that is a specialist in this. They make commissions off you, so I'd go to someone who doesn't actually work for you. So that way they can give you an honest assessment of the market. I know people say, oh, it'll come back up. Well, if you're 55 and 65 and you're hoping to retire soon, that market may not come up by the time that you retire. So it may be wise to get out. Now, I've gave you tons of stories today. And so therefore you need to do your research. First of all, you need to watch the debate tonight so you won't get spun and realize that whatever the mainstream media or some news narrative says that Kamala won tonight. Remember, she gets 100% positive news coverage. Trump gets 85% negative news coverage. That is a statistic from all legacy media. So you need to watch it. Other than that, look at these cities, look at these areas that have bad leadership because they're bringing in these Venezuela gangs. These are not just refugees looking for protective status. These are prisoners coming to your neck of the woods. The leaked document showed this was not some help to people. It was prisoners. Now, why they brought them over here and how much people made, money's given away, don't know. But when the military says they knew it was prisoners and it wasn't just some refugee status situation, that's a big deal. So you better get out of these areas and you better get out of the market or at least take some advice to look at it a little bit different. Guys, let me know your thoughts on these topics because these affect you, your money, your safety, and of course the next few years in this nation. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It means the world to me. I humbly ask that you do that. God bless.